We are 16 days out for my first ever 10k race. Good morning. It is the 14th of June and I'm about to go on the 6th run of the block. It is going to be a nice easy pace. We've got just over 2 weeks tomorrow for my first ever 10k race. So what we're doing, we're going to start taking it a little bit easier on the long runs. To kind of save my body, because running at a heavy weight isn't great for longevity. I feel like my body is developed, even in the last 2-3 weeks since preparing for this race, that I can now trust that I'm going to be good for the day. So that's what we're going to do for our long runs. We're still going to have intervals at higher pace, pushing those K paces, but we're going to dial it back on the long runs like we are today. So it's going to be 50-60 minutes, quite chill, not aiming for a distance, but just hitting a nice comfortable pace and taking it nice and slow. And then what I've also realised is I haven't done a proper update on my social medias, and first and foremost on here on YouTube. So after the run, going to come back and then we will have a little kind of debrief of the first couple runs that we've done. So I'll catch you after the run. Just around halfway through the run, I'm finding it very hard to kind of find a pace around where I live because of all the hills, crossing the roads and across uneven terrain completely kills off my hamstrings. So that is a no-go at the moment, but going good. It's just aiming for 50 minutes today, taking it nice and easy, and then crack on with the rest of the day. And the run is complete. 50 minutes banked, just shy of 9k. Felt a little twinge in my right hip, but that started to die down already, so not too concerned about it. We'll monitor it over the next 2 weeks, but really happy with the pacing. Just couldn't really find my rhythm a lot of the time, but at the end of the day, kind of really happy with how I was able to just not like run off and kind of just go at a faster pace, because I felt like I had that in me. I've obviously shown that, but I just wanted a nice relaxed one to kind of lower the intensity on the body, because running at 100 kilos plus with shoes that are worn out, I know I probably should get new ones, but there's a lot of stress going through the body, especially on top of my weightlifting. I'm just happy that 50 minutes, nice and relaxed, and now it's time to get some food down me. So I'll catch you later. So with 2 weeks to go, I'll give you a recap of how my running has gone so far. So run 1 was a nice little introduction back into some speed running with 1k fast, 1k slow, 3 sets of that. And as you can see by the splits, the final third fast K, I completely died compared to the first one. Went out too hot, didn't pace properly, and yeah, stuff like that happens. Was just happy to get the first run out of the way. With run 2, it was to see if I could actually do a 10k. And to my surprise, I got a sub 55. So I'll take that. Able to have it in the legs, quite comfortable throughout the whole run. But yeah, room for improvement. I felt like it was just kind of consistent, and that was the main aim. And it was just to see what I had in the legs. Run 3. This was a bit better than first run because I was able to hit a proper pace and say somewhat consistent through the 4 sets of the 1k on, 1k fast, 1k slow. Still was a killer, but I was able to get the speed back in. It felt good to be running again like that, and it was quite nice. Hamstrings started to blow up towards the end, but other than that, it was quite nice for a run workout like that. I can't lie, but yeah, move on to the next one. After that third run, not even that. After the first run, I was noticing it is so much harder to run with extra weight on your frame. It's unbelievably harder. And just to show you what I'm working with for running shoes, I may need some new ones. These are the pair that I've got and I've had for about, I want to say, a year and a half now. Yeah, maybe some time for some new ones. I feel like heavy runners probably burn through their shoes more. And as you can see on both shoes, I very much run on the side of my foot, which is interesting and probably explains why my feet burn so much when running, especially on a hot day. So maybe should get that sorted, but we'll see. And then on to run 4, which was race day strategy. And I personally think I smashed it. So it was hard to hold a consistent pace, but still getting in a sub 51 minute 10k with hills, with stopping, starting, crossing roads. It was actually quite nice. And it's one of my faster 10ks recently. Well, I say recently, this year. And so could a PB be on the cards? Maybe, but also at the exact same time, it's my first 10k race. I'm going there to enjoy it. So I'm not really bothered about a PB, to be honest, which is a surprise. But I guess we'll see come race day. And then run 5 came along. This was truly horrible. And I will say, I think I definitely messed up on the programming. There. Even messed up on the word there, I feel. It was the shortest run that I've done this block, but yet the hardest one. It was 4k in total, where it was 1k intervals with half the working set as the rest. So I didn't explain that well, so I'll explain it like this. Say I run a kilometre in 5 minutes, I'll be resting for 2.5 minutes. So I'm resting half the time that I'm working for. So that was disgusting. To make matters worse, I ran along the canal. Uneven ground, hamstrings blew up, not used to it, awful. And there are bridges, and I'm a tall person, so going under them, running at speed, I had to slow down, and stopping and starting was just horrendous. And then, to make it even worse, on the final one, hamstrings blew up. It's a public path, so I'm more annoyed at myself, to be honest, because I was like, I've picked the worst time to go out for a run by the canal because everyone's walking their dog. It was a lovely sunny day, so understandable. It's going to happen. But I just had too many stops in that final K. I just couldn't get going. And as you can see by the split, it dropped quite considerably. Everything just felt off. I felt like I was going to vomit. So I just called it then and there. And yeah, got through just about 4k. I don't understand how people run that fast for that long. It's too quick. It's too quick. Maybe, I hope one day I'll be able to run a 20k, a 5k at that pace. But I think that's well in the future, and maybe 10 to 15 kilos lighter. So who knows? But yeah, then run 6 was great. Did that, quite comfortable. Just shy of 9k in 50 minutes. Quite a leisurely pace. Again, hills, stop starting. But less than 2 weeks. Well, no, 2 weeks to go to the day. And feeling good about it. So I'll catch you in the next update.